Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Meister Tarot. I have a lot that I want to cover today, so I'll try and get through it fairly quickly. Still in Northern Europe area, in regards to Ukraine, there's been some developments there. There is a warning that has been issued yesterday, day before, 2 days ago, by the UK Department of Defence, warning that Russia intends to, sorry, I'll just try and stop this table wobbling so much. Russia intends to launch a chemical or biological weapon attack under a false flag and blame it on the Ukrainian forces. That was their excuse for going into Ukraine in the first place, was that they were claiming that Ukrainian forces were shelling the, I won't say disputed, the insurgent territories, which we know was false. It was actually came from Russians within the territory. So just be aware of that, and we will have a quick read on that. I want to have a look at the Russian military supply chains. Apparently, a lot of equipment is being abandoned due to lack of fuel, due to lack of parts to repair. Russian soldiers have been taken prisoner with food in their possession that ration packs from 5, 8 or more years ago. So I want to have a look at their supply chains. And apparently, which I find quite amusing, is that due to the number of abandoned vehicles due to fuel and mechanical problems that have been acquired, for want of a better word, by Ukrainian farmers, the Ukrainian farmers now have the 5th largest military in Europe. Now, that's just speculation, but I thought it was a little bit humorous. And to be honest, it wouldn't surprise me. So the official figures are that the Russians have had 993 vehicles destroyed, of which 465 of them are heavy vehicles such as tanks, and the Ukrainians have had 277 vehicles destroyed. Now, obviously, the Russians have a lot more in from the sheer volume of their military. So, as a percentage-wise, the infliction on the Ukrainians is quite hard. But that is the official figures. I'll put a link below and where you can find those. They're ones that have been verified by photographic evidence and can be actually pinpointed by an independent party. But it is unofficially, Ukraine has said that there's up to 2,000 vehicles that have been abandoned. So that's quite interesting. Might have a quick look at the supply chain. Want to have a quick look at how the Russian POWs are actually being treated. And I also want to have a quick look at the mercenaries that are being employed by the Russian government, in that they are rumouredly, and again I'll put a link below, there is an article come out in the BBC, which is a reputable source, of a mercenary on the inside who has been talking to them and has advised that the Russian mercenary organisation, which was known as Wagner, has now been named as the Hawks, renamed as the Hawks, and they have recruited about 16,000 mercenaries who are paid soldiers from other parts of the world, and apparently they are recruiting anybody and everyone. Previously, there had been restrictions on who and what they would recruit, but basically now they're just taking ex-crims and those without passports that cannot prove where they have come from, and just basically anybody and anything. So I'll have a look at that as well. So where to start? Well, what I'll do first, I'll have a look at the warning from the UK Defence Department. and just see whether there is any, now that it's out there. And I do admire that the West, when they're getting this information, they are being super transparent and putting it out there so that when it happens, the knowledge is already out there that this was something that Russia was going to do, and when they do it, it's obvious that it was Russia that did it, regardless of the propaganda that Russia tries to put out. So please tell me, is this warning from the UK Defence Department, is it legitimate? Is it a legitimate warning? Do they have information? Please advise. Please advise, is this a legitimate warning? Do they have information? Queen of Cups, which is telling me yes, because she has something to be revealed. She is revealing something in regards to diplomacy, in regards to intuition and revelation and diplomacy and intuition. The Knight of Cups, he again is bringing forward a message. Knights always bring messages, but he's this in a lot of readers, and I'll read this in the alternative reading. So he's usually a romantic, intuitive, gentle, tentative guy, but he's also alternatively the false knight. So he is bringing forward a false offer, a false message of friendship. Page of Swords. Bringing forward a message of the truth. So this is just telling me yes, he's on the path of truth. Yes, and the Six of Wands, success. So this is, all these cards are indicating that this, the Knight of Wands, are telling me that yes, and base of the pack we have the moon, and we all know what the moon means in most readings. So this is telling me it is a genuine warning that their intelligence services do have information, that this is potentially what. Now, when I say Russia, I do not mean the average Russian people. When I say Russia, I'm talking about Putin and his cronies and his enablers and his generals, and those that are surrounding him and ordering what is happening in Ukraine to actually occur, not the average Russian person on the street. So will Russia actually false flag a chemical or biological weapon attack? Giving and receiving help, but there's a whole stack that fell out, so it's probably just my poor shuffling. But please tell me, will Russia actually is this Russia's, okay, let's get this question right. Will the Russian military, will the Russian government launch a false flag chemical biological attack? False flag chemical biological weapon attack. False flag biological weapon attack. Wounded in battle, retreat. See where this goes. Defending themselves. Hidden agenda. Reaping what they sow. And domestic security, financial domestic security and practicality. Okay, so what I'm seeing from and loss and heartbreak. An ending, complete and utter downfall, 2 of Swords, difficult decision to be made. This is base of the pack. 5 of Swords is the abuse of power. And then we have the mercenary. A message of manipulation by Putin. Okay, so I'll bring you down. This is a little bit confusing because this is the will they. These are the base of the pack cards. So what we've got here is the wounded in battle and retreat, defending oneself, hidden agenda, reaping what they sow. This is the top of the deck. Domestic security and the domestic security disappointment, heartbreak, loss. So what I'm seeing here is because the Department of Defence, UK Department of Defence, has put this information out, and it is now public knowledge that this is what the Russian leaders intend to do, that if they go ahead with it, which I'll ask in a minute, if they go ahead with it, it will be their downfall. So the decision could lead to their downfall regarding the abuse of power. Now, the abuse of power, this is the mercenaries, the manipulation, the message, and the emperor. So we've got the message coming out about the emperor manipulating the mercenaries in an abuse of power that will lead to complete and utter downfall based on this decision. So there's a little bit of a story there. It doesn't tell me yes or no, but it is telling me that because the information is out there, that if it occurs, it will lead to downfall of the emperor. So it may be a step too far, as if we haven't had enough of those already. So I will have a quick look. Will this biological or chemical false flag attack take place? And all I can do is do it on the energies of now. I have heard along my message grapevines that Putin is very isolated. He doesn't trust his intelligence service, and he doesn't. He's arrested 2 of his senior generals in the last few days. So Lena Rodriguez from Tarot Down Under did a really good reading on who is Putin actually listening to, and he's listening to a couple of yes men who would apparently be quite happy to see his downfall. So that's quite interesting. So I suggest you watch that, but I want to have a quick look at will Putin, not whether he'll order, will this biological or chemical weapon false flag attack go ahead? Will this false flag attack go ahead? Again, I've got the mercenaries. The mercenaries, something happened very quickly. We'll read on the mercenaries in a minute. King of Cups, which is my Biden card, but it also is a calm, diplomatic, emotionally balanced male figure. So this may be negotiations. And then we've got the Tower moment. Okay. Two of Pentacles. So again, a decision to be made, walking on a tightrope, stormy waters, strength, and the King of Swords. Okay, so he's bringing forth a really powerful truth, a very powerful truth, and he's insightful and logical, whoever this figure is. So this Tower and Two of Swords, so we've got again the decision that needs to be made. Out in the cold, Russia's been exposed, or the Russian leaders, that they're going to do this. There is something that's been revealed, and the truth is going to come forward. So I've got a couple of cards flipped on the bottom there. So again, is the mercenaries, but is also the slow, steady, diligent, forward-moving knight is the signifier. The main clarifiers are things are going to happen, messages are going to come forward. Okay, not things, messages are going to come forward very quickly from the US, which will cause this Tower moment and have Putin juggling whether he does or doesn't. The strength will come to the fore. The truth will come to the fore. He's undecided. This is out in the cold. So it's not telling me a yes or no and something to be revealed, and then we've got the truth. So it's not telling me a yes or no, I think, because of that publication by the Department of Defense, is that the decision hasn't been made as of yet. Okay, right. They were intending to, and now they're indecisive. Okay, next I want to have a quick look at is, okay, I might break this down into two readings because I'm up to 17 minutes already, so I'll break this down into two readings, put them out on both the same day because I think they're all quite relevant. Next I want to have a look at the military supply chain. So, are there genuine issues? Well, of course there are. We know there are. How to word this? Actually, what I'm going. Okay, just been told to get out my intuitive cards and tell the story. So tell me the story of the Russian. Tell me the story of the Russian supply chain for fuel, food, etc. Tell me about the Russian supply chain. Okay, I've just been told I'm going to do that with the POWs. Meister wants me to go back to the mercenaries. Okay. Is it true that Russia is recruiting international mercenaries to fight in Ukraine? Now, I gather it's a yes because I believe there's already about 4,000 already in Ukraine. But tell me about these Russian mercenaries that Russia is recruiting. Tell me about these international mercenaries that the Russian military, apparently they're coming under the command of the intelligence agency, but tell me about these mercenaries. That feels a lot better. Sorry to be back and forth a bit. There's just a lot today. Tell me about the Russian. Okay, I'm going to do a full Celtic cross on this. Tell me about the Russian mercenaries that Russia is recruiting. Tell me about the whole story, past, present, future, challenges, signifiers. Tell me the whole story about these mercenaries that Russia is recruiting. There's your Emperor, my signifier card. Okay, tell me about these mercenaries that Russia is recruiting. Come on down and let's have a look. Just move it back a little bit. So, signifier in this reading is Putin himself. Sees himself as the empire builder of the Caesar day. Crossed by retreat, defeat in battle. Okay, I like that. Putin's going to find this is not going to work for him. Base of the pack, King of Wands, is my Zelensky card. Sorry, base of the reading. Past is Biden. Oh, that's interesting. Past, so the past is Biden. Oh, crowning the reading. Yeah, this is not going to work for Putin. Good. Right. Immediate future. Financial juggle. He can't afford to pay these mercenaries. That's going to be interesting. Okay, that might lead me on to another question. It's going to be a financial juggle. He's walking a tightrope. He's stormy waters. It's stormy for them, but tell me about them. Keep going. The external influences are these risk-taking. This is a risk-taking night. If you have a look at the volcano in the background as he's passing through. Internal influence. Complete and utter downfall. End of a cycle. Oh, I don't mind that. So this is telling me about the mercenaries. It's not going to work. Hope and fear. Now, the hopes and fears in many decks usually, the Four of Wands in many decks, celebration, harmony, unification, coming together of diversity, etc. But in this particular deck, they don't look particularly happy and celebratory. What is happening in this deck is that the family is finding themselves almost held hostage by this message, whereas you've got your transformation and your field of flowers on the outside. So this is in the hopes and fears, where it's almost the messaging is holding the families hostage. Let's have a keep going on this. Okay. Murky underbelly to be revealed, but also in this particular deck it is a ray of sunshine. Not a ray of sunshine, it is illumination of the murkiness that is being revealed by this crab via the mechanism. And it's interesting that it's next to the complete and utter downfall. Can mean, Nine of Cups can mean wish fulfillment, but it also means the smug merchant. And it can also mean an excess of emotion, and there is a hidden agenda. So, the Knight of Cups, the false knight, bringing forward a false message. So this, I'm actually not seeing this mercenary recruitment working out for Putin. By the time we've got these cards, I don't see it working out, especially when we've got the base of the pack as the Eight of Cups, walking away from what is no longer serving them. This is the mercenaries. The Ace of Wands, a new beginning, and the Devil, and the Devil energy. If we keep going, it does mean that we do have success, but whose success? Which is what I want to ask next. So I think what's happened is that the mercenaries have found themselves attached to this devil energy, and they've realized it. This is new beginning in regards to communications and careers and passions. And what I'm seeing is the mercenaries are walking away from this devil energy in this new beginning. So just up to 25 minutes already, so I'll just do one quick question. And I think that didn't have a lot of pentacles come out, but with that juggling of the pentacles, and also previously with the we've had in readings with the today with the 5 of Pentacles out in the cold, I'm getting the feeling that Russia's not going to be, they're going to recruit, but they're not going to be able to pay. So quickly tell me, will Russia, is the Russian leadership able to pay these mercenaries? Is the Russian leadership able to pay these mercenaries that they're recruiting? Are they able to pay these mercenaries? Are they able to pay these mercenaries? Entertainment and spiritual purposes only. I do put that on my blurb. It is just what the cards are telling me with the energies for today. Will the Russian leaders be able to pay these mercenaries? Will the Russian leaders be able to pay these mercenaries? That was me just dropping a whole bundle. Dropping me bundle. I was dropping me bundle. Will Russia be able to pay these mercenaries? Will Russia be able to pay these mercenaries? Harsh truth coming forward. Messages coming forward. Ideas aplenty. Giving and receiving help. Chaos. Things happening chaotically. Truth being revealed. Strong truth. And held hostage by the money. By the Russian money. As Russia waits for its ships to come in. And we've again got this defeat card. So, again, base of the pack, Ace of Wands, getting thumped over the head basically with the big stick, but also it is very much a realization of a new beginning and a realization of their naivety. So, I'm sort of getting a no there, but I will ask one more question. Actually, one, yes, no, yes, no, yes, no, please. Will Russia be able to pay the mercenaries? Instead of the story, can I just please have a yes or a no? Will Russia be able to pay the mercenaries? And then I'll get on to my final question. Will Russia, yes, no? One card, please. Will Russia be able to pay the mercenaries that it's recruiting? Will Russia be able to pay? I'm getting cryptocurrency. The sooner they close Russia's ability to use that, the better. Will Russia be able to pay these mercenaries that it's recruiting? Yes, no, one card only, please. Oh, come on, cards, find it for me. Yes, no. Yes, no. One card only, please. Right. Naivety, again. No, they won't be able to. They'll have to defend. This is the government. Sorry, I did say one card only, and I keep going. Dark money. Sorry, I'm just flashing them at you. Dark money. Something to be revealed. Hidden agenda. And loss. So I'm getting no, that Russia won't be able to pay them. Okay, so Final question. When the mercenaries realise entertainment purposes only, speculation only. It's just what the cards are telling me. Be interesting to see if it comes true. We'll watch it with great interest. When Russia cannot pay the mercenaries, will they defect to Ukraine? Will the mercenaries that Russia has, because they're only in it for the money, when the mercenaries that Russia has recruited are not paid, will they defect to the Ukrainian side? When the mercenaries realise they are not getting paid, will they defect to the Ukrainian side? Oh, yes. Yes. Success card. Will the mercenaries defect to the Ukrainian side? Yes. New partnerships, new beginnings. Again, she's popping up a lot. She's got something to really reveal. She's really got something to reveal. She is revealing the hidden agenda, the giving and receiving of money, but the hands are out trying to catch the coins. Again, we've got the loss card, the false offer, an offer being made, and the Star of Hope. So I'm getting that as yes. When Russia fails to come through with the money, the mercenaries will defect to the Ukrainian side. Okay, that was a heavy reading. I shall join you again shortly. I want to have a look at the military supply chain and how the POWs are being treated, so the Russian POWs. So please feel free to join me shortly, or if unable to or have other things to do, please look after yourselves and take care. Okay, bye-bye.